Page 1 of 2. How the world's GPS signal L1 1575.42 MHz is being used as the catalyst for the system responsible for Havana syndrome attacks. This system is known as a GPS data spoofing network cloud with the ability to use our GNSS satellite system and Google Maps to saturate and achieve global targeting, remote wireless hacking of wireless electronics, binary code, data sharing, monitoring, and manipulation, provide surveillance, and create torture. Our GPS GNSS system does not have exclusive rights to L1 1575.42 MHz electromagnetic, microwave, radio frequency. Anyone can manipulate and make modifications to this radio signal, and the modifications can produce catastrophic results. I am about to explain our world's GPS signal can and is being converted into a GPS data spoofing system with the ability to target, monitor, and hack wireless electronics, obtain surveillance, and provide touchless torture without evidence, leaving the target looking crazy. More than half of American diplomats that were affected by Havana syndrome attacks were spies. Now let me ask you this: does it make sense that someone is running around with a microwave ray gun just to zap people to make them sick? Or does it make more sense that diplomats and targeted individuals are being struck to achieve data sharing, hacking, and obtaining microwave surveillance by being saturated with a modified, strength-adjustable L1 1575.42 MHz pulse microwave GPS carrier signal network cloud, producing side effects that would scare the target into thinking they are insane so they won't report the torture that they are experiencing? Diplomat spies being spied on and civilians having private information taken from right under their nose. Now that makes a little more sense. Diplomats and other government workers are not the only ones being targeted. This is happening all over the world, and our American government is ignoring human beings begging for this to stop, when at this point this problem needs to be addressed, fixed, and stopped. By fixing and stopping GPS data spoofing, Havana syndrome attacks, it will stop the loss of trillions of dollars, and stop the sharing of vital information around the world. My name is Anthony Arellano, and I solved what Havana syndrome attacks are, and that they are also what is used on targeted individuals by terrorists and organized gang members around the world. All over the world, modifications are being made to the world's GPS signal L1 1575.42 MHz. It is being used to perform phase-synchronized hacking, surveillance, and torture. All done by saturation of targeted area with a modified, strength-adjustable L1 1575.42 MHz. This process is called GPS data spoofing. Saturation by this process also causes side effects: electromagnetic hypersensitivity syndrome, and microwave auditory effect, hearing prey effect, aka Havana syndrome attacks. When targeted area is selected, this area is then saturated with this modified, strength-adjustable GPS data spoofing signal network cloud. GPS data spoofing works by saturating an area with a modified, strength-adjustable L1 1575.42 MHz pulse microwave network cloud, able to perform phase synchronization, duplicating and locking onto these wireless electronics by connecting with radio frequencies, radio signals that all wireless electronics send for connectivity to Wi-Fi, network cloud, etc. GPS data spoofing doesn't only make your wireless devices believe they are in a different location, they can also confuse the device into WHOIT it is sharing information with. Microwave wireless electronic monitoring and manipulation of wireless electronics can be achieved by microwave data sharing. This must be done by line of sight connectivity, or by complete saturation of an entire area. GPS data spoofing takes care of that problem by saturating an entire area with a modified, strength-adjustable L1 1575.42 MHz GPS pulse electromagnetic microwave carrier signal to provide not only a direct line of sight but direct contact for direct connectivity to wireless electronics. Working like a network cloud, but with no password needed. GPS data spoofing is the use and manipulation of an L1 1575.42 MHz microwave radio frequency carrier signal. A carrier signal can carry, send, and share binary code data, and radio frequencies, video, audio, data, and can be altered with modifications made with the aid of a hack RF, RTL SDR, and a digital phase locked loop. A digital phase locked loop which is incorporated with an L1 1575.42 MHz. This is done every day by every military agency around the world, which is called a differential vector phase locked loop. Able to replicate, synchronize, and lock onto these radio frequencies used for satellite connections, and more. When a digital phase locked loop, differential vector phase locked loop is used with GPS data spoofing, this enables this spoofing system to lock onto hack wireless electronics saturated by this network cloud. I am about to explain to you how our world's GPS signal L1 1575.42 MHz is being altered and modified to become the catalyst creating a global GPS signal L1 1575.42 MHz is being altered and modified to become the catalyst creating a global targeting network cloud, able to use our world's GNSS satellite system and Google Maps to create a system able to target, provide phase synchronized connection with wireless electronics, hacking, provide audio surveillance with RTL SDR, torture, and more. This process is called GPS data spoofing. And is created with a hacker Windows. Software used. 1. GPS SDR SIM via GitHub. 2. GPS broadcast ephemeris file latest. 3. Hackerf_transfer.x compile yourself. Or via PathSDR can download. Hardware required. 1. Hackerf RTL SDR. 2. Windows Computer 10 OR higher. 3. Digital phase locked loop made up of 3 parts. 1. Phase comparator. 2. Filter loop. 3. Voltage controlled oscillator. 4. Device for receiving and sending GPS signals, Android phone or transceiver. 5. Google Mapping System. In command prompt, latitude, longitude, and or IP address can be entered to select destination. GPS data spoofing network cloud. PC computer with Windows 10 or higher. Linux can also be used to run GPS data spoofing program. Hacker RF RTL SDR. Hacker RF able to send, receive, modulate, record onto a carrier signal, and DEMODULATE, playback from a carrier signal radio frequencies. The RTL SDR provides digital conversion of audio within GPS data spoof saturated area into a frequency modulated radio signal able to be sent back for demodulation, playback from L1 1575.42 MHz modified GPS carrier signal DPLL. Producing audio surveillance. Digital phase locked loop DPLL. Made up of 3 parts. 1. Phase comparator. 2. Loop filter. 3. Voltage control oscillator, controls power used by this system. A DPLL provides phase synchronization and locking onto wireless electronics within saturated area very much the same way a new television remote control works when connecting to a television. The frequency is matched copied and then locks on making a continuous connection. It also modulates records and DEMODULATES playback data onto from L1 1575.42 MHz microwave GPS carrier signal. L1 1575.42 MHz microwave GPS carrier signal. Basically the catalyst to this whole system provides targeting, carries, sends, receives and manipulates data from within saturated area. Able to use the best targeting system known to man, our world's GPS, GNSS satellite system. GPS transceiver, antenna sends and receives binary code, digital data. When a digital phase locked loop and an L1 1575.42 MHz microwave GPS carrier signal are combined together, this creates a differential vector phase locked loop, which in this system creates a pulse electromagnetic microwave signal, which when used to directly saturate an area target can perform wireless remote digital hacking, and with the addition of the RTL SDR provides audio surveillance can be achieved within saturated targeted area. Altogether, this system creates a pulse electromagnetic microwave phase locked tethering loop network cloud connecting terrorists, organized gang members to target, send and receive digital binary code information, and once again produced audio surveillance from within saturated targeted area while also saturating any person, mammal also within that targeted area. These items produce a GPS data pulse electromagnetic microwave tethering phase locked loop network cloud that can hack by producing a phase synchronization connection with the aid of the digital phase locked loop incorporated with this system, and audio surveillance using the SDR also incorporated into this system. This system works by saturation of a targeted area, also producing side effects. Electromagnetic hypersensitivity syndrome and microwave auditory effect hearing, prey effect. Together they are known as HAVANA syndrome attacks.